Hello and welcome to Gar1onriva's Bottom 5s. Today I'm going to be talking about my bottom 5 banes of gaming, because negatives cannot be put into a top 5. Over the years I've described various things as the bane of gaming, and these are the 5 worst things about gaming today. One thing you need to remember is that these are my personal opinions, so please don't tell me I'm wrong. Number 5. YouTube Fodder. Everyone's seen some YouTube fodder. These are the games designed entirely to be played for a laugh by YouTubers. Think Goat Simulator, I Am Bread, Happy Wheels. Games that have little to no real redeeming qualities, aren't very good or even particularly fun, but they look fun when played by a personality you like. They aim to make money by people watching videos of them and thinking that they look fun enough to buy. And maybe some people do enjoy them, but not in the same way that you enjoy real games. The worst of them all, though, is Goat Simulator. The devs admitted to only fixing game-breaking bugs. Any other bugs they encountered, they deliberately left in for humour. They're actively making their game worse in order to make it funnier on YouTube videos. And then Payday did a crossover with them, but I'll talk about that later. Number 4. Clickers. This is one of my OG banes. Sadly, bullet hells just missed this list because I decided that YouTube fodder was worse. Clickers are not games. At least bullet hells can have some finesse and even skill to them. Clickers are something that grew out of mobile gaming and somehow infected PC gaming as well. Clickers are games where the sole reason for doing anything is clicking. You click to earn currency, which lets you buy more things to click to earn more currency. You then buy things that click for you, so you don't need to click to continue earning the currency. This continues to a point where you do not have to play the game to win the game. Cookie Clicker, Cow Clicker, Clicker Heroes and Plantera are all in this genre. I actually did a first impressions of that last one before I realised that it was in fact a clicker. That will be linked in the description and at the end of the video. Clickers aren't games. They're time sinks that pretend to be games. Don't indulge them. Number 3. Moneygrubbing DLC. This is not to be confused with overpriced DLC, which can at least be mitigated with bundles and sales. For the best example of Moneygrubbing DLC, look no further than Payday 2. They may have switched to a free DLC system now, but this is only after years of releasing lots of tiny DLCs. Each one would be a weapon pack adding 3 new guns for £4, a single heist for £5, or a character that no one wanted for £4. And they were releasing these every month or two. For a game that originally sold for about £23, it had well over £130 worth of DLC. Usually these DLCs would add overpowered weapons, very tempting heists and, well, shit characters, but it all had a way of making it feel like not buying them was you missing out. And the worst bit is that this tactic was a resounding success. I mean, I started out buying each one, but I slowed down when I noticed that the releases of the new DLCs didn't, and that the prices all stayed at that level. I hesitated when I saw the endless stream of £4 purchases just stretching into the distance. I mean, I even bought the This Is a Donation to the Developers DLC because of how much I liked the game at that time. And the only reward for this donation was stat-boosting microtransactions. But that's not the point of this. Then they started with the stupid, unneeded crossovers like the aforementioned Goat Simulator crossover. They sold a Goat Simulator heist for £5. That just makes my point. Number 2. Single-player microtransactions. Personally, I think that microtransactions have something of a place in multiplayer games. I think they should be purely cosmetic, like in Overwatch and Rainbow Six, so someone who doesn't care can just ignore them. I can understand microtransactions in free-to-play games as well, but where I draw the line is microtransactions in single-player story-driven games, with the biggest example of this being, for me, Middle-earth Shadow of War. Granted, they have now removed them, but that's almost 10 months after the game released. Shadow of War was an okay game. The plot was bloody nuts, but some characters were okay. It was, however, built from the ground up to support microtransactions. The orcs have levels because you have a level, so they can sell you XP boosts. You have equipment with levels, despite spending the entire first game establishing the legend of your basic gear that gets immediately abandoned for higher level stuff. You could buy new equipment that came in the form of bloody goddamn loot boxes. You could spend real money on orcs, gear and upgrades for both. And when you complete your playthrough, it's all gone. This was a full-priced game, and the devs felt the need to pad that with loot box microtransactions. Hopefully, them removing the microtransactions will deter other devs from adding them in the first place. And finally, number 1. Achievement spam. This one holds a special place in my personal one-way train to hell. I highly value achievements in games, almost certainly more highly than I should. To me, achievements are reasons to push harder and further in a game than I normally would. Befriend every person in South Park's Stick of Truth, collect every spaceship part in GTA 5, unlock every neuromod in Prey Mooncrash. Not all of them are impressive, not all of them are even fun to do, but once they're done I can add one more game to my perfect Steam games list. Yeah, it's massively frivolous, but I really don't care. It makes me happy. I'm proud of the 5,500 odd achievements I've earned on Steam. And then you get achievement spam games. These are games that have little to no gameplay and offer upwards of 1,000 achievements each. Some you can earn thousands of achievements in 15 minutes flat. I'm really not sure I can adequately express how much I hate these, at least not without swearing my bloody head off. The fact that these exist and are on Steam undermines the very point of Steam achievements. Someone can buy 2 hacked out games, play for an hour and blow my 5,500 achievements out of the water. I do not understand why people indulge these games, for the same reason I don't get people who use Steam achievement hackers. How can you be in any way proud of achievements that are meaningless? I'm proud of my Steam achievements. I cannot abide anyone who buys a non-game just to pad their Steam stats. And I cannot abide any developer who adds to this poison pool by making new achievement spam games. And that is all for my list. Please comment below with your least favourite banes of gaming, as well as suggestions for future top or bottom 5s. This was voted for by my patrons, so if you want to have your say on future top or bottom 5s, please consider pledging to my Patreon linked in the description. Thank you very much, and I will catch you later.